What's up, Life Right Nation?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
We are at the Great Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. And the stepchild, as you can see, is sitting nice and pretty and relatively clean at the Nitto booth. Yeah, it got sprayed. It got sprayed and it was still dropping mud from the last time we were on the East Coast wheeling. The unfortunate thing is because the Jeep is parked inside at the Nitto booth, we actually can't drive it around this week, which means that for the entirety of this event, we'll be driving around my Bronco instead of the Jeep, which I'm sure will make all of the Jeep people happy.
It's a dope Bronco. Actually, I think people will be pretty pleasantly surprised when you see it.
I think it'll get more attention than the Jeep does.
No.
Obviously, the Jeep Invasion, unfortunately, the RCV booth cannot be nearly as cool as it was last week.
Yeah, because you just got this old black Jeep over here. I don't know whose that is.
Instead of one of the coolest Broncos on the planet. But if you want to see the Bronco at the RCV booth, you can go back a video and watch it at the Bronco Stampede video because it looked pretty sick. I'm married to that, you guys.
What is got spicy Maria?
We gotta get her some lunch or something.
Look at that gorgeous, brilliant, intelligent man right there. Okay, so 2 years ago, we filmed this video for a girl named Allison because she was in school. She couldn't make it to the Jeep Invasion. Peanut butter was this tiny. And now 2 years later, her parents are letting her skip school because they're incredible parents just to come hang out and say hi.
Oh, baby.
Yeah. The only doubt, we have peanut butter and jelly with us. They're just at the cabin. They're not here. Hopefully you'll catch us later in the weekend and you'll be able to see them. That's awesome. Yeah. Okay, so once upon a time, Luna had these earrings in, and they were like tiny little duck earrings.
Once upon a time. It was like 20 minutes ago.
And they were absolutely adorable. She took them off because she didn't want to lose them. And then it just so happens that the person who gave them to her came and gave me a set too. They're so cute. Thank you so much.
Thank you. My name is Christy Bird.
Oh yeah, no,
There's my family.
shameless plug. Hello, family. Let me see your hand. Good.
No, like digs. I mean, it's like cutting. Like,
All the way down, all the way down, all the way down.
Yes, love your arms. Right, baby? That's my man.
Why is he making that grinding motion when he goes down there?
Wait, where do I start from? Like, can I start halfway?
Yeah, right
You
there.
start wherever works easiest.
Yeah. Don't bust your face on the fuck.
I know, I almost became Tennessee toothless.
And of course, we had to stop at the Next Venture Motorsports booth. Now, for those of you who have followed our channel for literally any period of time, you'll know that Next Venture Motorsports makes all of the armor that we run on the Stepchild. Any kind of armor you need for a JL or a Bronco, they actually have. And I mean, it is the best quality stuff you could imagine. The number one thing that you guys know is the indestructible rock sliders on the Stepchild. And these are something that we worked with them to help design a long time ago. And these things are incredible. You have your sliders. You also have your rocker panel guard right here. They're new and improved, fully aluminum, high-line fender flares, which we do have on the Stepchild. These things have been tested. They're incredible. They're strong as all get out, which was a concern a lot of people had. But they also look fantastic, and they hold up to the abuse the Stepchild has thus far been able to put them into. They also have quarter armor And they have new and improved quarter armor. As you can see, it fully encases the entire backside. The Stepchild does not, because the Stepchild got one of the first renditions, and then Kevin and I thought it would be a great idea to do a full custom paint job right before they came out with this. So now in order to swap to the cooler stuff, we'd have to repaint the whole Jeep. So unfortunately we don't have that. But again, if you go under the Jeep, all of the Stepchild's under protection is from Next Venture Motorsports as well. They also have diff covers and diff skids, and if you look closely, their diff skids protect your pinions as well. And then of course, the absolutely infamous Next Venture Motorsports skid plates, which are equipped with UHMW. Now the Stepchild also has Next Venture Motorsports frame chopped front bumper, but the Stepchild has a 5-inch frame chop, which Next Venture does include a condenser, because you do have to replace the AC condenser when you go to that 5-inch. It is a wild amount of front end approach angle when you go to the 5-inch. But for those of you who don't want to deal with the AC though, they do make a 3-inch frame chop front bumper as well. That's what they're running here, which also gives you a pretty big increase on your approach angle for when you're rock crawling.
Now, one thing a lot of people don't know that Next Venture makes is a whole front axle truss, like a whole truss system and C-gusset system. So as you can see, this big truss that's welded on across here and in here, this is gonna keep your stock axle tubes from bending when running bigger tires and doing hardcore off-roading.
So this is what the truss system for the M210 looks like out in the sunlight, not underneath the Jeep. And this is one of the only truss systems that you're gonna find out there that is actually gonna tie into your differential cover, as well as ties both tubes together. So one thing that I don't have welded up just yet, this is one of the new add-ons that we've got, is both an upper and a lower C-gusset here. Just gives you a little bit more strength. That way you're reinforcing everything from ball joint over to ball joint on the top of your axle.
What's up, my Brite Nation?
Everyone keeps talking about how we need a cage in the Stepchild because we always do stupid stuff and it's been too long. Our factory cage literally is ripping apart. Well,
Actually ripping apart.
Yeah, it actually ripped apart. Chris had fixed it and it's been fine so far, but this Rock Solid Motorsports here, this is going to be the one that we go with because it keeps all the factory stuff. You can do half doors, full doors, B-pillar chop, no B-pillar chop. You can add this B-pillar back in. Stock seatbelts, so you don't have to run a harness, which I love using the stock seatbelts for 99.9%. Even the rear stock seatbelts, and it still retracts. It's just a really nice cage. You can still run your top with it, and they have a version of it for our best top Trek top. So it'll actually change a little in the rear to be able to run our slant back from the Trek top, which is super sick. And also, we might be doing another build soon that may get the cage before the Stepchild. That's my nose. But you check these guys out. Where in Tennessee are you?
Chattanooga.
We've been by their shop. They've helped us a few times. They're actually the ones who built Luna's full two-door. I mean, like literally built the whole thing.
It was like stock, basically.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, bolt-on,
Yeah,
four-arm kit.
and you see how good Luna's Jeep does, so they definitely know what they're doing. They make their own fenders. They do this whole cage kit, which is honestly, I've been looking at cages, and I know a lot of companies make cages. They just took the best of everything. Like, I love the fact that the factory seatbelt just
I
worked.
say you guys know us. We're a little bit, when it comes to creature comforts, we're a little spoiled. We like the fact that we have a top. We like the fact that our dash isn't like destroyed, cut apart. We had, we want to be able to maintain all of the creature comforts that the Jeep currently has. And most of the time, when you go to a new cage, you have to it becomes a juggy.
Yeah.
More than a Jeep.
Yeah, I'm not trying.
And we don't want the Stepchild to ever really be
I've
that.
got cooled and heated seats in the Jeep. I've got a carbon
spoiled.
fiber steering wheel with all the buttons that work. We've got AC, everything. Like the Jeep, I still want it to be as much Jeep as possible.
But safety's important too.
I'm literally tearing the rear floor. The rear floor in the Stepchild is literally tearing from the amount of articulation and abuse. So, like, it's kind of that time. It's just not that time yet because it was down for so long. We want to wheel it. But this is the guy. Like, if you want the best cage on the market, like this is the guy.
There was so much thought put into the design of that, and like there's other features that other people have, but If you want something that's OE, like as OE as possible, and
Right.
still a cage, that's it.
Right.
Keep your
100%.
visors, keep your sound bar, all the plastics go back in. Like, you lose nothing to
Yeah.
go to that. There's no negative part of having a cage by going with that.
Yeah.
Right.
And when the stepchild gets one, that'll be the one it gets.
So we're at the Z Automotive at the Taser JL booth, and we always stop by to try to see if there's anything new for you Jeep people. And you guys know what the Taser allows you to get in and change anything and everything pretty much. Like on the stepchild, nothing left is Jeep, and I was able to use the Taser to go in and delete the fad and delete the sway bar and delete the front and rear axle, like the lockers, and
So there's no
so that way I have no warning lights, right? That's all cool. There's a lot of extra features that you can do with it as well. Like there's cool light blinking and different stuff. But, oh yeah, trail turn assist too. That was a big one I talked to Joe about like 4 years ago. But so you can do trail turn assist. You can actually, like the Broncos.
A Jeep can pretend it's as cool as a Bronco.
There you go. The cool new thing for you 392 and 4XE, which is who's going to benefit the most, they just told me that they removed the speed limiter. So all you speed demons that are out on the Autobahn on your 392 or in the desert that get stuck at the tire speed rating, which is like what?
92 or something
Something like that.
Yeah.
There's a lot left in it. Now you can do like 120 if you want off-road in the
Safely.
desert
In
safely,
Mexico.
right?
So
You get those tires, speed rated tires. Track use only.
So, and what else is there? So you can remove the speed limiter now. So everybody that goes, "Brrr," and they go to pass somebody and they get limited, you can remove that now.
Get rid of MDS, so no more four-cylinder mode. You can have full power in two-wheel drive for your 4XE, and just because the boss wanted to throw it in, RF hub blocking, so thieves can't clone your key. Just for the hell of it, he threw that in. Just for theft prevention as an added layer of protection.
Right, because what happens is there will be people sitting in parking lots that have these readers, and when you go to lock your vehicle and unlock your vehicle, it then captures that code, and then when you go inside to your hotel at night, they have your code. They go up to your vehicle, they unlock it, they get in, start it, and drive away. So they're able to block that as well. And then MDS is the it's cylinder shutdown. Yeah, so it's the cylinders shut down. So when your V8's running in 4-cylinder mode and it's kind of annoying, it doesn't really save that much fuel. That's just for cafe things. It's the same thing as the front axle disconnect. That saves 0.01 miles per gallon, but they had to do it.
Yeah.
But then it made the front axle weak and people break them here and there. Yeah. Anyway, it's a cool new thing because they're always coming out with cool stuff. And if you go onto their website, you can see the whole list. I mean, we can't even go over the list of everything that Taser can do.
Over 80 features now.
Over 80 features. They got to the point where they maxed out the computer chip inside. They literally
No room for code.
there's no more room for any more code because they literally unlocked every code inside the Jeep. So forget about those other people that say, oh, we can do this and do that and change tire size. This literally allows you to modify your entire freaking Jeep and go in through the steering wheel controls. And it is an awesome product, yeah. Now the No Limits JL module is separate from the Taser JL. And that's what actually cuts that torque management. So you have full power all the time. It cuts everything out. So when you're running through the dunes, it's not going to start to castrate your 392 or your 4XE. It's actually going to give you full power all the time, full torque shifts, up shifts, down shifts. It's it's what you need if you're running through the dunes, through the desert, and really pushing these things.
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you've been through, why you got scars. Since you walked through the door, I've been trying to reach you, 'cause I feel you.
And of course, one of the other most exciting parts about the Great Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion is not just the show, but it's hanging out with a bunch of friends and a crap
Where are the friends
ton
at?
of other Jeepers. I can't see it, but it's all the way through there too. This is the Quaker Steak?
Quaker Steak.
It is the Quaker Steak meet and greet, which happens every single
Don't forget
night.
the other part, Quaker
And
Steak and Lube.
Kevin.
And it gets pretty wild.
What's up, Brite Nation?
So you guys know we're at the Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion, and you know I have this new affinity for Jeep Liberties, so I bought a new Jeep Liberty while we were here, and it's... Nah, I don't think so. Maybe, I'll ask him though. He's right here. I should ask him. I should ask him if it's for sale. Can I buy it?
No.
If this isn't the coolest thing, you've got old school, and then you've got new school. That's a pretty sick side-by-side right there. Okay, so for those of you who watched my last video and how it ended at the Bronco Stampede, if you didn't go back and watch the end of the last video, you need a reminder. Yeah, now you remember. So I made this big deal about how my Bronco had gotten more ducks than Luna's Jeep.
I win this time, guys.
But now the Jeep invasion obviously is officially started. My people have not let me down. The Jeepers are definitely ducking the Jeeps, although there's at least 6 or 7
no love
ducks.
for the minivan.
6 or 7
Zero
ducks
love
on
for
the
the
Bronco.
minivan.
It's fine. And you get enough people and give Kevin. He's usually not one for peer pressure. However,
Literally why Kevin thinks that he can stack on my 42-inch competition Maxxis trucker doors. Let's see if the IFS can handle it. You
has no faith. No faith.
Wait, is your foot gonna You can do it, GB.
Slow, slow, slow. Right there. Keep it right where it is. You're good. Keep coming. Keep coming. Nice and easy. Keep coming. Just back tire. You're good. Back right's off the ground by like 4 inches, Kev. I'm worried. Right there.
A little more.
Right there. Oh. You're on top.
He did it.
She had no faith. No faith. I'm sorry. A Jeep, a Bronco can't do what? That's a 42-inch tire. You telling me we can't stack tires because we're in a Bronco?
What? Disqualified.
How?
That doesn't count.
His freaking tires off the ground.
Man, if that Rubicon went over, we could push it all the way over.
She was over here saying that we'd flip. No sirree, Bob. Look at that. Woo! They had no faith, baby.
I know.
No faith.
I know.
Woo! It's a little off the ground, but it's still stacked at 42. Nothing broke. It's totally fine. And honestly, it's pretty damn stable right now. But don't worry, because if fender shows aren't really your thing, you should still come out to the Jeep Invasion. Obviously, because Windrock, the off-road park, is right around the corner. And as you can see, it is definitely one of the most popular destinations to attend immediately after Jeep Invasion ends. But you can go before, you can go after. Either way, it's a blast, and that's what we're gonna go do now. But you'll have to wait until the next video to see the wheeling content, because don't forget, we've brought the stepchild with us, the Bronco. Not wheeling it at Windrock. Kevin wants to. I'm not willing to ping pong that thing off of trees. It can rock crawl, but we'll rock crawl it on the West Coast. not here in the mud in the East Coast. Guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Remember, you can find all your Lite Brite Nation merch and decals at litebritstudios.com. As always, we love you, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Huh? What?
I look wild.
I got an earache today. I don't know why. Oh, a mushroom.